everyone. Welcome to another awesome day of FileMaker training. I'm Richard Carlton, creator of FMTrain.tv. So today is the last day of Nick. Then Nick will be gone forever until next Monday. So Nick, are you there? Nick, are you
Yes,
there?
I'm
Is there
here.
traffic control? Come in, Nick. All right, so I am sharing the screen. So today is the last day of FileMaker Go. All right, moving forward. Margaret, are you ready to take over? Nick, are you ready to take over?
Yes.
You are full, Nick. Go.
Okay. So today we do that's the last day on the iPhone, iPad, touch device, whatever FileMaker Go. And so it was quite a ride. I hope to be like, so it was a different series of webinars than just the FileMaker Go explanation. So I try to be more explicit on the design and the design consideration, navigation, some tricks that I show you about the column design. And but I'm going to run through before the end, I'm going to run through the recap, let's say, and to talk about. But today I'm going to talk about some inputs, some very specific inputs we have on the phone, on the iPad, but on the phone in particular. So, we're going to talk about keyboards, and then we're going to talk about what we can do with the device itself. So the first is when you want to enter data. Okay, so you need to be you need to think that people are typing, moving. They are on the move. When you're on the phone, you're not comfortably sat in front of your computer, or in front of your screen. You're pretty much standing, working, or you're moving. It's a mobile device. It's not a static device. So like a computer. So you need to help the user to edit data, input data. So you need to do all what you can to help that. Okay. And the best way, most of the time, the best way to enter data is not having to enter data. So when I say that is that you need to have very comfortable selection, controls, like I did for the sort, for example, right? Make it clear, make it big, make it comfortable, make it obvious. Okay. Because people we don't read, we don't look, we just tap. We see something and we recognize immediately, so and that's why people are using all the apps that easily. It amazed me, like how we can use apps that quickly without even knowing them, right? I remember back in the day, even Claris were coming from with a book big like this, with to explain how the application was working. But with all the app we have no books, we use them immediately. Why? It's because they all follow standards. So we are educated on specific standards, right? We know that icon will do this. We know this type of things will behave in a certain way. So because we are educated, right? With time and we are all educated. And that's why when an app follows the standard, you can use it immediately. When you see when you see your photo, for example, an example, when you see your photo on top right of the screen or top left of the screen, what that means. Okay, it's all about you. So it's pretty much your profile. And you know that if you tap on your photo, you will access your stuff. Is 99% sure of it. You can be 99% sure of this. If the developer of the app did something else with your photo as an icon, that a bad developer. Okay, it's part of the 1% bad people. So when we do, we have obvious paradigms, obvious icons, obvious behaviors in the phone that we are used to, and we recognize them, and we can use them. So when you build something for FileMaker Go for iPhone, right? Think about let's think about what you want to do. Try to remember if you saw an app doing something similar, right? Open the app, look what they did, and try to do the same. Pretty much, what you need to do, right? It's I don't know if I have an example here or something I can show you. And so for example here, I might have an example of what I was saying. So this is the App Store, right? So we all know, so here we have a good example, okay? So you see here, we have TikTok, Discord. See, you need to see here, right? So here we have an icon. We all know what this icon is doing, right? But open and get, they're two different things, right? But there's no icon for get and no icon for open. It's crazy, but try to give me one icon that can picture the opening of an app, right? So what's the difference between this and this, right? Well, I already have this. I purchased it, right? So but here, right? I never built. I never, no. Sorry, no, this one I never purchased it. So Tinder neither. So did this here? I don't have them, and this I can get it. That means I can buy it, right? So anyway, like here you have other get. That means gets means you purchase it, get it. This here means you got it once, right? And you download it, right? So, and what I was saying about the icon with your photo, this is my iPhone photo. I don't have a photo for me. So here you have all your information, right? So when you tap the icon here, you have your info, right? It's all about your account. See what I mean? So here the eagle, right? So this eagle, it's the icon of my iPhone, right? So anyway, so that was an example I want to give you. So try when you learn things like this, right? So for example, what I want to show you with this App Store stuff is that sometimes you use text, sometimes you use an icon, but you need to use an icon that's means something that is obvious. Otherwise, don't use an icon. Okay? Don't. You use text. That's why sometimes I do the same here, right? I have a text, right? And sometimes I'm using just an icon, right? But it needs to be obvious. So the icon stuff, the behavior, the buttons. So we all know an iPhone, when we see a button like this, we all know what that means, right? So it's very important you follow this, right? But I'm going to talk about this a little bit later. So let's talk about the what's the name, the keyboards. We have many keyboards available for iPhone and iPad, right? And that can help a lot the editing data. So here, for example, we have the regular keyboard where we have text, we have numbers and characters, and here more special character, right? So that's the standard text keyboard, right? With the emojis and whatever. Okay. So, but we have also other keyboards. And here, this is where you select the keyboard. So here, we have different keyboards. System default for data type. Okay, so I'm going to explain that later, but let's say here, I want the phone keyboard here, right? It was already there, so I was doing some tests. So if I select the phone field, the keyboard change. So I have a keyboard dedicated for phone, okay? So I can enter a phone, much easier, right? And I can even do this, right? And I have the space and space, so I can format the phone like this. But if you want to, because it's a phone, I don't enter text or something, so I don't need the keyboard with text, right? I just need this. This is the keyboard I need for the phone, correct? So what about the emails, right? So here we have a special keyboard for email, right? I'm going to save this. So if I go to the email, I have another keyboard. It's an email keyboard. Why? It's because I have the @ sign available directly here. And I have the dots. And of course, if I keep here, I have most of the dots available to me, right? Right? You can select all the dots you want. So if you want, for example, the .com, boom, right? So you have a keyboard for emails, right? Very handy. What about for websites, right? So let's go there, and we have URL, okay? So if I go now to the website, so I have the website keyboards, right? With the .com, the dots, the slash, right? And of course, if I click here, I can also have all this, right? So you can enter, a URL much simpler, right? You can the dots, right? Apple.com, boom, right? It's there. Of course, see here for when you want to do something like this on those fields, right? I recommend to do not apply the visual spelling checking, right? And to make sure here, where is here. So when you select those, make sure the style is plain, okay? For example, for website, you can even use the style lowercase, always be in lowercase, and email as well. That can help the what's the name, the reading, right? And can avoid problems, right? Okay, so here, see the apple.com now looks better. Oh, I have a spelling mistake here, right? So you need to make sure, so here, apple.com, right? .apple.com. Boom. See? So we have keyboards like this. We have other keyboards. So here, you have number and punctuation, for example, right? So for example, here, for the postal code, for example, I can use the number and punctuation. So what that means, right? That here, sorry, this what will come first. It comes by default on, you have all the punctuation and all the, all those, the number first. It doesn't come like this. Normally, if I go there, if I go city, it comes there. It comes immediately on the letters, right? And then if I want the numbers, I tap here, the 1, 2, 3, I tap here. But here on the postal code, more likely, I want to enter numbers, right? So you have these alternatives to say, okay, I want numbers first. So, for example, my postal code, right? But sometime you want to do, but I have this, in the US, we can have a dash. We can use a dash. So you have the dash available here. And you know what I mean? So you can enter, you have more, but directly here, it comes letters. Here, a postal code, it comes number first, but I have access to the letters. Okay. Also, for the postal code, if you want, or let's say you have I don't know, we have a number, but let's use a postal code here. Let's put this postal code here. We have another possibility. It's a numeric 10 key, right? So what that do? This, right? So this is good if you want to enter a quantity. If you have a quantity, if you have a price, price, for example, well, you can use this keyboard. It's not like a phone. The phone was different. The phone is different. The phone is a phone. And sometime, you know what? One day, I don't know who had this splendid idea. The guy had sometimes engineers, he had a splendid idea. I don't remember where it was, to shuffle the numbers to enter a pin for a credit card. I don't know if that happened to you once. The guy had the idea to shuffle the numbers for security reason, right? So each time the pin keyboard on the screen were coming, they were all shuffled, the numbers, like 6, 2, 8, 9, But I don't remember my pin, my credit card pin. I don't. I remember the shape of what I need to type for my credit card, or the pin number, but I can give you is 8928. 8928, 8928, 89. So I know that. But it was impossible at that point, at that time, it was impossible to me to remember the pin number. I was inputting the wrong pin number. I blocked my debit card like this, because I put 3 times the wrong, because it was shuffling and I didn't realize it, right? So sometimes, that being said, sometimes to remember a phone number or something, it's good to have a visual representation of the numbers. Okay, it can help, especially on the phone. So you see the difference between the numbers, you have this, and then you have this, right? So you have different keyboard that help a lot, right? And it is used, or it comes automatically when you edit the field, right? And it's here, right? So if you do this, system default, that means it use the language, the default language keyboard you have, selected. For example, here I'm in Spanish, so I can change it. So let's go. It will use the default keyboard you have here, right? Where's the? It will use the default keyboard, right? Always. That the system defaults, right? ASCII, I don't really remember what they do. State, state, secondary state. Was this one? Is this one a change? Yeah. Doesn't do anything. Oh, I didn't validate secondary state. I don't know what that do, to be honest with you. It doesn't change anything. And so we saw all of this. Number pad. So let's do this. Let's do the number pad. Yeah, it's this one, right? So you have one for the phone. Remember, we had some additional stuff here, and this is just a number with a carriage return, right? See, you have a carriage return. So that's the good input for if you want to enter numbers, boom, 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 like this, right? Like this, and if you want to do that, but there's no, you can see there's no dots. So I cannot say 69 dot no dot 99.9. I don't have the dot here, right? So we have many keyboards here. So but that's very cool. We saw this, we saw this, we saw this URL. So the default for data type, well, if it's a number field, it will select the keyboard for numbers. It will select this one. If it's a text field, well, it will select the text field. If it's a email, it will detect by the name of the field, stuff like this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, right? So I suggest you check on this. Okay. So do we have any questions so far about this?
You can't create your own keys. For example, if I want hexa numbers.
That means you want to create your own keyboard?
Yes.
Yeah, you can, but you need to design it like a FileMaker, So you need to go and create, button by button, So you want the A, right? And you want the B. You create your own, right? And you say, set field, and boom. I mean, set the field that is selected, right? That could have been a good demo. I can't really do that right now, but you remember what I've done here for the sort? Well, you can do the same with the keyboard you want, right? So when you enter a field, I can. I don't know if I can do that. I can do a test for you if you want. You want to see that? Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
People want to know. They want it?
Yes, I'd love to see it.
Okay. So, okay, we do a custom. Okay. So I open this. So I will reuse those and say this is A, right? I'm going to do something simple, right? Right? So A, B, and C, right? And here I'm going to have 1, 2, and 3, right? Something simple. Yeah. Let me shut this up. Okay. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, right? And I can close. Okay, so I have my own keyboard. Okay, so what is important to know? So I want this field, right, to pop up my keyboard. Okay, so I have a trigger on objects enter. Okay, custom. So what that do, right? When we enter, it do a new window, card, select my new custom card. I don't want to close. I don't dim. And I want that. Remember when I said how I can put that on the bottom? Okay. So the eight, the width, and the lefts, we put that. So the width, it will be the get window content width to stretch, right? And the distance from the top, right? It's the get window content 8 minus 227, the 8 of the layout. So when I do this, I put this on object enter, and I want to trigger that on object trigger here. So I put that on the street number 1. Okay. So let's do an example. Let's go there. Here. Edit. Boom. Oh. I put that on the secondary. Yeah. So I have my keyboard popping, right? So for a better visual, I think it will be better. It will be better. Why the close doesn't work? Okay. So it will be better to do this. First, I want the close and the dim. Because remember, I told you the close, when I'm here, I have my keyboard pop-up. I don't know why it doesn't. It's not really on the bottom. 228, 227, 227. I don't know why it's not really on the bottom. But anyway, so here I'm on the phone, right? The field is address 1 that is selected, and you can see it's still select, right? See selected. And I have my keyboard popping, but if I tap here, for example, outside, I dismiss, and then I have the keyboard, right? The natural keyboard coming, but we are going to take care of this, okay? I'm here, I enter this, right? And if I dismiss, if I close the window, right, by doing this, I don't want that to happen, right? So that will be a little bit tricky to do. So now let's take care of the keys. first. Okay. So I'm going to have, oh, I didn't save this, that's why. So what's the name? The field is active, right? So I'm going to use, there's many ways we can do that, but the best will be this. First, you need to have a script, right? Or set field from custom keyboard. Okay. And here, I'm not going to use I'm not going to use a set field. I can use because set field is tricky. I'm going to use the inserts. Inserts insert text, but I'm not selecting the content. I'm not selecting the targets. And no, it's not the text, it's insert calculate the results. So I'm not selecting the content, and I'm not selecting the target, and the result will be the get script parameter, right? I'm doing this, right? So I'm doing this set, boom. So for each keys on my custom keyboard, I'm going to use the same scripts, right? Same scripts. And this is A, right? Same script, this is B. And same scripts, this is C. This is, yeah, this is 1, yeah. This is 2. So see the one script with parameter, that helps, right? I will see which one is the best, okay? So set field secondary, I have this, and I say A, B, and C. It doesn't work, right? Okay, so let's try another thing. This doesn't work, and so let's do something else. Set field, but here there's a trick, because the set field, set field, we don't set the target, because if you don't click here, that will be the active field, right? But I'm not really active because the field is I have the keyboard, right? So, yeah. So let's see if that works. Set the field, so it whatever in the field, and that's a problem. It will replace. If I do this, it won't work. Scripts parameter. Hey, it's more tricky than I thought. So let's see if it works. And it doesn't, see? Because it doesn't know which field I am in. The field is active, but not really active, because I am in another window. So, and I don't have the fields, and the set fields, it should have worked. And this weird. Okay, let's see something here. Okay. What error returns? Set field. Field is missing. Interesting. How it could be missing? Yeah, it's missing because, okay, so maybe because I'm in another window, so it doesn't know that this field is active. So let's do something. Set field. I have a set variable, current field name, right? So I need to have, when you want a field name, when you want to build a field name, right? That will be from get, that will be the get value on the get script parameter, and I want the first value, that's the field name. And that will be current data. And that will be the second. Okay. And then, right, I can use the set field by name. Okay. And the field name will be whatever the current field name, and the content will be whatever the current data. That will work because now I can close this, go to my keyboard and change this. So here I need two parameters. The first, right, I need the get layout table name, because if I get the field name, for example, let's go there. I have this field active, and I use get active field name. I have this, but that's not enough to set field by name. That's why most of you guys, you might have failed your get field by name, the set field by name, because you say, oh, that's the field name. Yes, it's not enough. I need the layout table name. Then I need this, and then I need this. That works, correct? So that is the parameter when I enter this, right? So I need to set this here. When I enter this, so now I need this script here. I need to modify this. So here, I don't need this here. What I do need is here. I need to set variable. So the current field name. When I enter, and this is a global variable, and I'm going to use this. So I'm doing this. So I get a name, I populate the name, I open a new window, and when I set here, I have the name is this with the data that comes from the parameter. So I don't need this. And I don't need to I don't need to change the parameter here. That will work. See? Okay, so let's do. So I open this on my keyboard, but here I have my current field name. This is where I am in. So if I do A, boom. But here now, see, it worked. But now I can do something here. The set field by name is, this is the tricky part, okay? I need to get the content of a field. Okay. So it's get fields, right? And that the field name and whatever the data says. Before I explain this, I want to make sure, see, it works. Ha. So to be clear, to be cleaner, I will do something like this. I won't dim this, right? And I will do my keyboard like this. Gray. So, see, right? On the phone, it looks like this. So you can do your own, right? And to dismiss this problem of the keyboard popping like this, right? If you want only this, but you don't want the keyboard, this one to enter, right? I have no idea how to do that. How we can do that. By the way, yeah, it's 54. You have an idea, okay, how to do that. So here, let me explain a little bit this. I'm setting a field by name, right? The field name is the combination of the table name and the field name, okay? The active field name with those two columns here. And here I'm setting the field by name with the field name, and the content is whatever in that field and plus on top of it, whatever I'm typing from the keyboard, right? You understand? Otherwise, it will replace set field, it will replace the contents. No, you say, okay, whatever is there already and add this, right? And then you get these results, right? No, right? It said whatever there plus what I'm typing, correct? So, but to get the content of the field, this is a field name. If I do this, this is what I get. He will put the name of the field and B and C and 3 and 2 and 1. It's not, no, I want to get the field this. That means get field content. They should have named that way, you know. They should have named that way because back in the day, you know, they were doing, they didn't know what they were doing. So the get field is get field content and that the field name. Okay. So get the field content and add this. Right? So now, so I can get this. See? Works. So you can have your own keyboard with your own stuff, right? For this, I think I might have the solution. Okay, so let's try. The boss said I have 3.5 hours, right? It's okay, it's okay. On window close. Okay. But I don't want that to happen on all window close. I want to happen this on one window, right? So if, so on window close, okay. If custom keyboard, not custom E, if custom keyboard, right? Alt. I think that will do. And of course, we need to add this here on Windows close, right? And let's use this. So now here, I need a tag. I need a tag for this. So when I enter this, of course, I need to do this. And on object enter, I need to do this. Okay. So let's do a test here in this. So I open this. And if I dismiss this, if I close this, on window close, what happened? I modified the wrong on window close. Window. Did I pick the wrong script here? Yeah, I picked the wrong script. Okay, so I close. It was a custom keyboard, but it doesn't close the window. Yeah, so I need to put a close here. And then Alt. It's tricky. So close the window. Oh, yeah, I need to reinitiate this. Okay. So I close the window and Alt. Okay, so let's go on the phone. Oh, I was clicking here. Okay, so I'm here. I have my keyboard and I close and it comes. If I close, it doesn't, because I don't want to commit. I thought this will fix it, but no. So if I do this and I tap outside, boom, it comes. I can't.
David's suggesting that you have enabled touch keyboard off script step, question mark.
Enable. Maybe that's, yeah, maybe that's a good way. So I deactivate this. So let me remove this script here from here. To be honest with you, I wasn't thinking about this. What's the name? Script step. So yeah, when you do this, enable so off. So let's put that first. That will do for sure. I totally forgot about this. Boom. Right? Okay, so we're done. I forgot about this. Thank you, Stu. right? But you know, but you have all the mechanism of yeah, I can remove this. All the mechanism on you have one script for all your set fields. For this will set, you can do whatever you want. You pass information throughout the parameter, right? So you have one script that do all, right? So you need those two on enter and this. Sounds good. So you have your custom keyboard stuff.
Yep, that sounds excellent.
Of course, yeah, but you need to reactivate it because now my keyboard is deactivated. So you do need on the window close, I delete my window, I delete the script like an idiot, and I can't. So you do need on the window close, you do need on window close, you do need this. And you do need I don't really need this because it's not a disruptive on window close, enable touch on. So you disable it when you enter and you enable it when you get out. So is it safe? Enable keyboard. Okay, so I'm there. It doesn't activate it. So let's see if it works. I'm there. And if I close, okay, here is a grayed out, but it should have said on. Well, it should have, I don't know. Anyway, so just a quick thing here I want to tell you before we go is about the insert from device, right? So you can insert from device. This is a very interesting thing. So here I want to insert signature. I want to do that with a signature. We can insert in the container, right? Mostly in the container and depend barcode. So this is for containers. You can pick up a photo from your gallery. You can pick up a video, from your camera or photo. So camera is photo, video camera is video, microphone, barcode, or signature. Okay. So that means if you're there, yeah. If you're here and you tap here, you pop this, you have your signature, accept, and is there. Okay. So you can select a photo from your gallery or directly, you can select a photo. So you bring the photo, you can take a photo or take a video or a barcode. You can read a barcode. You can do many things with this insert from device. This is it's a very cool stuff because this is very specific to iPhone, to the not this one, this here, right? The insert from device. So you can play with it. I don't have time to do a good demo on this, but I did the signature, your barcode, music library. Okay, so you can pick up things directly here, right? So you can transfer photos, pick up a photo from your gallery directly, right? So
Mhm.
you cannot export photo from FileMaker to your gallery, right? I'm not sure if that's possible. Or export field content. I don't think this will work. No, it won't understand where to export this, right? So, but you can import from your gallery, right? So, I don't know if we have questions. Okay.
Interesting. Labo says that on Go we can export to document path. That's true. I forgot about that.
Document, yeah, document paths, it goes to the gallery. Are you sure on this?
I don't know if the
It
document
will
path
stay
goes
on
to
the,
the gallery.
no. It will go to FileMaker Go app. It will stay in the app. It will go there. It will go. If I close this, it will stay in FileMaker. It will appear here. It will appear here in the files, or it will appear here in this layout. It won't appear in your gallery. It's impossible in the gallery. So it will appear here. The photo will appear here. The document path land there on my phone, but inside FileMaker, here I am in Claris, right? So this is Go, right? So it will go there, right? Document path will land there. It won't get out of FileMaker. It's impossible. To the best of my knowledge. But document paths will land there for sure. So if you generate a PDF with Go, also it will land there. It's a pity I can't do a demo. Maybe next week I will do an extra 10, 15 minutes and do some good example, right? But it definitely won't, then you can select and do, I don't know, maybe you can, I don't know, you can export from the, stupid me, I shut up the thing. It will, you can, from FileMaker Go, you can export, right? So pretty much, when you save on the document path, it land where I show you, and then from that spot you can export outside, you can export outside the FileMaker Go, and then go to the library, and you can go to the gallery, you can go to your, whatever system you want, but you cannot, for example, because we need to have this export capability of the iPhone, of iOS, right? And to go and use AirDrop, export to, I don't know, to WhatsApp or to message or whatever, email. So you cannot access this export or send, the send document, send photo to another app. You can't have this from a FileMaker file. You can have this from Claris FileMaker Go itself, but not from a FileMaker file. So if you want to transfer to your gallery, you need to export to the document path, and then from the look, next week I'm doing an extra because I have a meeting in, I had a meeting in 10 minutes ago, so 15 minutes ago. So I need to have to build a demo on this, right?
Yes,
So
that would be.
I'm going to build a demo.
Cool. That works for me.
So next week, stay tuned. Next week I'm going to do that.
Works. That'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Nick. This is awesome. Seriously, this has been really fantastic. As a series as a
Thank
whole.
you.
So very glad to have it. All right. Thank you, Nick. We will see you next week. Thank you everyone for coming. I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a good day.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.